You know, we have said so many times on this show that craft beer is the intersection of art and science. I feel like I've said it so many times that you might have created a drinking game where you take a drink every time I say it. But it really is true. And that's why we want to talk about art and the role it plays in the craft beer that we enjoy. Daryl, you do a very different kind of art than anything that we've ever had on the show before. Your medium is bottle caps. Walk me through first of all, what it is that you do with the bottle caps. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, don't they usually have art on a bottle cap?
So basically I have designed up my own custom bottle caps that I sell for crafters or for home brewers. But I design them for specific themes, such as, I'm sure you'll have some photos of my cancer bottle caps, things like that, different holidays. So I try to hit different things that I think crafters would like for bottle caps.
I think for most of us, we view bottle caps as a means to an end. You get it off the bottle right away so that you can enjoy the product within. And then there are folks like you and like the people who use your service who really honor the work and the artwork that goes into the bottle caps. Can you kind of explain to me what it is about? Because first of all, you have a very little space to work with, right? What is it about bottle caps that speaks to you?
I think that, man, just like anybody who collects something, you just kind of look for I spent several years trying to like collect different things. I collect, I got a little bit of a coaster collection, and then, I don't know, I just started saving bottle caps one day, and it's like, man, they're cheap. I can, it's kind of a social thing. I can drink beer while I collect. So I can collect as much as I want, and while I drink as much as I want. So it just kind of from there, and then I just started collecting at that point.
Without naming any specific beers, unless you want to, have you ever saved a bottle cap from a beer that you didn't enjoy? Does it have to be a beer that you really love to save the bottle cap? Or have you had some just awful beer, but the bottle cap was great and you kept it?
Yeah, I think we've all had some awful beer. But I save every bottle cap from everything I drink.
So even if it's a horrible beer, you will save the bottle cap?
Yeah.
So now that you have you have the bottle caps that you make, there's also different artwork that you can do with BottleWorks and that crafters do. You kind of touched on the crafting that you do. Can you kind of walk me through some of those? What are some of the cooler things that you've done? And I'm sure we can show some of the pictures here.
Sure. All the art I do, I've never sold any of it. I donate that to local cancer benefits. I started making cancer ribbons. I don't know, sometime maybe 6 months before COVID hit. And then I donated a couple of those, and they sold really well for the benefits.
The artwork that you do, hoping to raise money, in the fight against cancer. Almost everybody I know loves craft beer, but every single person I know has, in some way, shape, or form, been affected by cancer. What is it about cancer that's so important for you to donate your time and your efforts to help fight it?
Sure. So I actually started collecting bottle caps for my own sister. She passed away 7 years ago. And so I started collecting bottle caps thinking that I was going to make a piece of art for her benefit. And when I got into that, I realized, like, you need lots of bottle caps to make an artwork.
So that was the start of it all. Did your sister know you were doing that for her?
Probably not. It was just something I was doing in the background. I never did get enough to finish the artwork, but I kept all the bottle caps and just saved those for other projects further on. And then I also had, my mother also passed away from cancer.
Gosh, Daryl, I'm sorry.
Ovarian cancer. So I made a Mother's Brewing from Missouri, has a bottle cap that says Mom on it. And so I made that was the first cancer ribbon I made, and I donated that to a cancer benefit for another mother who had ovarian cancers.
So every time you're doing these cancer artworks, when you're doing these things to raise money to fight cancer, you got to be thinking about your mom and your sister like the entire time, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's like you said, it's something we know personally. Pretty much everybody nowadays knows somebody that's been affected by it. So yeah, we're just helping the families out.
it sounds like a great hobby. It sounds like a lot of fun, and you're doing an awful lot of good with what you're doing in terms of trying to raise money for cancer research. It's been terrific to meet you, and keep up the good work.
Adventurous beer is such a complex. Every flavor is complex. I want the cans to be too.